Hi everyone. In this video, we'll look at how we can capture lead from a bot and send it to a Google Sheet um, with the help of Zapier. So basically, we are trying to automate this lead capture uh, process where a person comes to a website. We have a chatbot ready where we ask him and get all the inputs from him, like name, email, phone number, etc. Whatever lead capture information we are asking. And then we will try to send this information directly to Google Sheet and automate this process. So whenever a user enters this information in bot, automatically it goes to that sheet. Okay. And this will be doing through Zapier, which is a renowned automation tool. So let me quickly share my screen and I'll show you the process. So let's first look at what kind of bot I'm having. So I'm having a very basic bot, website bot, where internally we are crawling on a website, which is one e-commerce website in this particular example. So if I go to knowledge base, we have this particular website as a reference where the information will be searched for whatever question user is asking. Along with that, we will also try to capture the user info, the lead information from the user coming to the website and trying to ask a question. Okay. So yeah, let's quickly look at what the bot is doing, and then we'll go to the Zapier flow. So let's say user enters this information. So side by side, you can also see how the variables are getting set. Okay. And let's say the phone number entered 777. Okay. Let's say he asked a question related to the e-commerce brand. In this case, this one is an earring brand. He's asking, do you have this kind of earrings? So this is what is set under user question. And in the bot, we are trying to search through the website and getting him the answer. So this is the answer the bot is retrieving. Okay. And let's say he gives a no. And this is where the bot ends. Okay. So let's quickly look at the flow. So we have the first initial uh, response sent to the user that I am an AI assistant. Then we ask him the name, email, phone number. In the name, email address, and phone number cards. Okay. I already took one video related to how we can create this particular bot in one of my previous videos. I'll put it in the description. You can have a look if you want. I'll quickly go through on this. And then once he enters the details, we are transitioning him to another node where we keep enable knowledge answering on. So that, which means in this node, the bot can try to look from within the knowledge base, which is the website here. That is the content it finds in the website. If he doesn't find an answer, he will say, we will take him to the fallback node where we are giving him this particular message. If he finds an answer, then anyway we take him to the other node where we ask him if he has any further questions. Depending on yes or a no, we take him back to the check knowledge node, or we proceed to the next card in the node. Okay. So at the end, we are then sending the data to Zapier. Okay. This is through the execute code card here. Okay. API URL we will find in Zapier, which we will see in just a bit. And this data request object gets generated automatically when you give this kind of a input on the label in the execute code card. So in BotPress, even they are creating the code through AI. So you just have to put instructions, and mostly it will get you the basic code. For example, if it's an API call and if you mention instructions like this, which I did here, I mentioned what I want to send and with what method, which is the post method in this case. So I wanted to make a post call to Zapier, so which is what I mentioned in this label. Once this is done, then through this execute code card, it will send the data to Zapier. Okay, so we'll look at how we should set the Zapier Zap in this particular case so that the data goes to the Google Sheet finally. Okay, and every time user enters his information after coming to the bot and doing and trying to ask a query to the bot, at the end we'll automate this process of sending the user data to the sheet. Okay, so hope that this is clear. Let's quickly go over the Zapier side of things. So we start off by creating a Zap. Okay, in the Zap we will try to add a trigger. The first thing which you need to do is add a trigger. So the trigger is catch hook in webhooks by Zapier. Okay, that is the trigger. Okay, and the event is webhooks by Zapier. Okay, so something like this. You can search for a trigger. Okay, and you will find webhooks by Zapier. So this is what you need to select. Okay, after that, although I've already created this Zap, I'll show you what you need to do when you are creating it for the first time. Okay, so the trigger is webhooks by Zapier. The trigger event is catch hook. Basically, catch hook means it will wait for a post, put, or get called to a Zapier URL, which is what we want to do. We want to send the data to Zapier. Okay, so basically it is catching that data. So you have to select catch hook here, continue. Then child key is if you don't want to consume the entire payload, you only want to consume a part of it, you can mention the specific key. Okay, uh, you can mention the specific key if you want to only catch a particular part of the payload. Okay, for example, they have given this example. If this is the payload, uh, if this is specified, Zapier will only grab the child key from the object sent to Zapier. So it is about parent-child relationship in the key. I'm sorry. So if the request is coming in this form, okay, then you should put contact here. If you want only name uh, is to mic to the retreat. Okay, so you can put a contact here and it will pick the child keys of that. Okay, so in this case we don't require that, so we'll simply avoid this. Now after you give the trigger, okay, continue, you will get this URL in front of you. So what I've done is I have copied this URL and put it in my BotPress. So when the BotPress creates the code, this URL would be some dummy URL. You just have to copy paste this URL from Zapier to BotPress, okay, before you test it out. Once that is done, then let's say now I again this was my previous interaction with the bot. Now I interacted with the bot again, as I did, at the start of the video. So when I click on find new records, it will find the second record, that is Rajat Sharma. This is what I entered just now, correct? So you just have to click on find new records and it will refresh, whatever it received uh, from the bot. We are testing. So when you do the testing, you can select one record only. Okay. But otherwise, this process would be automated. Whenever the conversation would end and that execute code card would be executed, the code there, it will send the data to this app, and automatically the first trigger would catch and retrieve the data coming in from the bot, and then it will do the action. The action is sending the data to the sheet. Okay. So here app and event is, you have to select Google Sheets. That is the application. Event, there are a lot of events you can do in the sheet. In this particular case, we want to create a new row with a new set of records. So we'll say, because we are assuming we are already having a sheet there. Okay. Or a document, Google Sheet document there. So create a spreadsheet row, continue. This is, where you want to store, uh, uh, where you want to store the information in Google Sheet into. So that account you have to select. Okay. In my case, I have already selected that account. And then the next thing is you have to select the drive, which is my Google Drive. And then from that drive, it would fetch all the Google Sheets. In our case, the Google Sheet is lead capture. Okay. This is the best part. Okay. So now, once you selected the spreadsheet and then the worksheet, let's say worksheet is sheet 1. Now you have to map the data coming from bot to the column in your sheet. Okay. So whatever columns you have in the sheet, it is actually showing us here. Okay. So let me quickly take you to the sheet to give you an example. So these are the columns it is having. So it is showing those columns. If I put a user question column as well, because let's say we want to store that information also for future purposes, and I come back here and I refresh the fields, we should see that fourth field also, user question. Amazing, right? Now, this is where we have to map the data coming from WordPress to the column. These are the columns it has picked up from the sheet. So what we will do is we will map in the name, we will give first name and last name. Okay. So you have to select these options. So automatically you will see these options coming in insert data pop-up. Okay. Because the hook has identified, the trigger has identified these set of data coming from the bot. Okay. Email, we will select the email field. In this case, it is the tdt@abc.com. Phone number, we will select the phone number key. And in user question, we will select the user question. Okay. Click on continue and retest. You have to click on test or retest. If you're doing it for second time, retest option you will see. Okay. And publish is when you want to publish this app and make it automated. In our case, we are just trying to test it out first. Once we are satisfied with with how the bot is behaving, we can publish it as well. Okay. So with the retest action, it should have sent the data to the sheet. Let's see. So as you just see here, previously this row was not there, now it is there, which means we have automated lead capture with Zapier. And whatever data user is giving to the bot, we have put it in the Google Sheet. If you think about it, it's really amazing. Okay. So yeah, that's what this video is all about. Hope you liked it and got some info into how we can automate lead capture with Zapier using a bot. Uh, in this case, we have used BotPress to create that bot. Okay, and Zapier to do the automation of capturing the information from the bot and then sending it to Google Sheet. That's it for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.